Hello future CS, welcome back to my channel again. So in today's video, I am bringing you a detailed summary of the latest ICAI BOS webinar focused on the CA Foundation exam, especially for paper 3 quantitative aptitude. So if you are preparing for the CA Foundation quantitative aptitude and you want to know what exactly the experts recommend, like the best sources to study from, important tips to crack quantitative aptitude, chapter wise guidance, etc. This video is just for you. So make sure to watch the video till end to get all the key takeaways that will help you plan your study smartly and boost your chances of clearing the exam with flying colors. Also, one important point was revealed in this webinar. So stay tuned till the end to know this. Also guys, if you are new to my channel, I request you all to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified whenever I post new videos. So guys, when you visit my channel in the playlist section, you can see there is a separate playlist for CA Foundation exams. So here you will find different videos regarding different types of study plan, subject specific guidance, etc. And there is also a playlist for business law. So here I have made videos on how to present answers for business law, both for case scenario based question as well as direct theory question. And then there is also a playlist for CA Foundation Business Law, Indian Regulatory Framework recorded lecture. And there is another playlist for CA Foundation 1.5 day revision plan. So in this, for all the 4 subjects, you can see as to how you can revise in 1.5 day. That is, after each exam, there will be 1.5 days time, right? So if you want to know how to revise in those 1.5 day, you can watch this playlist. Apart from that, there is also a playlist as CAGPT for students. So in this I have made video where I have shown how you can use CAGPT, that is the different techniques in which you can use CAGPT for preparing for your exams. So please visit my channel and do watch the videos in this playlist and make the most out of it. So let's start the video. So first some key points were discussed in the webinar. So this is a MCQ based paper and all questions will carry 1 marks each. And each of the MCQ will have 4 choices. And also there is negative mark of 0.25. So be very careful while answering and answer only those questions which you know surely. And the exam duration is 2 hours, that is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the weightage here is, so there are 3 parts. Business mathematics is for 40 marks. Logical reasoning is for 20 marks. And statistics is for 40 marks. And also there is no advanced reading time. That is, you do not have 15 minutes extra to read the question paper. At 2 o'clock itself, the question paper will be given to you. And the answer to this exam should be given on the OMR sheet itself. So a sample of a OMR sheet was shown in the webinar. I have attached that link in the description below. You can go there and you can see the sample of how an OMR sheet looks like. And also there are some instructions on how you should fill the OMR sheet. Access the OMR sheet from the link and acquaint yourself with the rules on how to fill the OMR sheet. The next point discussed in this webinar was sources from where you should be studying for this exam. So obviously the first source is your ICAI study material. So ensure you practice all the questions from this ICAI study material. Practice all the MCQ what is there in this study material and go through all the chapters. And the next source is the revision test paper. And then you have mock test paper. So 2 series of mock test paper will be released for each attempt. Ensure you attempt the mock test paper in the exam like condition itself. That is, try to attempt the mock test paper within 2 hours And do not refer any notes when you are attending the mock test paper. And after you complete the mock test paper, you can compare your answer with the ICA answer, which will be hosted on the BOS Knowledge portal. And whatever errors are there, make notes of that and try to improve your preparation before the real exam. And also you have the model test paper. So recently the ICA has released this model test papers as well. So this is also available on the BOS Knowledge portal. So go through all the MCQs from this model test paper as well. The next important source which you should be studying for this exam is the Saransh. So Saransh is basically a module which is released by ICI. This is for revision purposes only. So this Saransh summarizes all the chapters and all the important formulas are also given in this Saransh. So the link to this Saransh has also been given in the description. So please access the Saransh from the description below. And apart from all these sources, the ICI is also regularly conducting the live virtual classes. So you can attend these classes and you can get your doubts clarified as well. So in case you are unable to attend the live classes, the recording of this is available on the ICI CA Tube YouTube channel as well. So you can go there and you can access these classes. So when you visit this ICI CA Tube YouTube channel, in the playlist section, you can find a separate playlist as live virtual classes for May exam. So please go and watch these classes. In case you have any doubt regarding any particular concept, you can go and watch the lectures relating to that concept and you can get your doubts clarified. Apart from this, it was also recommended to go through the student journal, especially of September 2024 edition. So in the September 2024 student journal, some example problems were given on the topic arithmetic and geometric progression. So it is very important to study this topic. So the link of this journal also is given in the description below. Please access it from there and please practice those problems as well. The next topic addressed in this webinar was a query. So a student had a query. So one student asked whether calculators are allowed for this exam. So it was clarified that you can use battery operated portable calculators and calculator can be up to 6 functions with 12 digits and up to 2 memories. Now we will see some important tips to crack this quantitative aptitude subject. So the first step suggested here was concentrate on easy topics which you can attempt quickly. For example, logical reasoning, which is for 20 marks, all the chapters are easier and you can attempt this quickly. And the next easy topic from statistics is statistical description of data, sampling, measurement of central tendency and measures of dispersion, correlation and regression, and index number. And in business mathematics, the topics which you can attempt quickly and which are easy are ratio and proportion, sets, functions and relations. So first concentrate on these topics. The next step will be to prioritize topics based on the weightage in the exam and your proficiency level. So allocate more time to challenging topic while ensuring coverage of all areas. So first you will be studying the topics which are easy, which we discussed just now. The next step will be to study the topics based on the weightage. So under statistics, we have probability and probability distribution. And in business mathematics, you have to give more importance to mathematics of finance, permutation, combination, arithmetic and geometric progressions. Because these topics have more weightage. The next step to crack this quantitative aptitude is identify weak area. So identify which chapter you are weak and practice that chapter more. Next step is master the mathematical formulas. So as and when you are studying, prepare notes of all the formulas. So you can note down all the formulas at one place. And in case you do not have time to prepare notes, as I mentioned earlier, Saransh is available. So when you go for the exam, that day morning of the exam, go through all the mathematical formulas that you have written down. So this will help you in recalling the formulas easily in the exam, and you can solve all the problems easily. The next step is manage your time. So if you practice more problems, you will be able to manage your time effectively in the exam. Next is use shortcut techniques. So when you are studying for this subject, if in the classes where you went, if they have taught any shortcut ideas how to solve the quantitative aptitude, you can make a notes of these as well, and you can go through these as well one day before the exam. And the next point is check your answer. So after you complete the entire question paper, it is better to revise the entire thing once. Ensure that you have selected the correct answer for all the questions. The next point is break down complex problem into smaller manageable steps. So try to solve the problem step by step. So when you get the question paper, in the question paper itself, there will be one blank sheet which can be used for rough purposes. So you will be marking the answer in the OMR sheet, but you can solve the problem step by step on this blank sheet of the question paper where it will be mentioned as for rough work. So ensure you solve the problem on step-by-step basis and then derive at the answer. Next, some chapter specific guidance was given in this webinar. So first we have part A, business mathematics. Ratio, proportion, indices, logarithms and equations. So basically chapter 1 to chapter 3. So for this it was suggested that read through the theory given at the beginning of the chapter as a warm-up session, and then start solving the MCQs given in the ICI module. Also, do not forget to make list of formulae and concepts, and also you can keep a board in your room where you can pin all the important mathematical concepts and formulas. So this is not only for this chapter, you can do this for all the chapters. You can pin the important formulas and important concepts in your room. You can put it on the wall. So every day morning when you get up, you can have a look at it and you can revise those concepts. Next we have Mathematics of Finance, chapter 4. So for this chapter, practice as many numerical problems as possible. Practice solving different variety of problems related to topics like time value of money. Since even in this CA course, in CA Inter and CA Final, when you go, there will be different types of calculations involved, like financial calculation and analysis, and also focus on topics like compound interest, annuity, present value, future value, bond valuation, depreciation methods, etc. These all are very important. Next we have permutation combination, sets, relations and functions, and sequence and series. So chapter 5 to chapter 7. For these chapters also ensure you make a list of the major mathematical formulas and concepts. Understand the types of functions and relation, and also solve various problems relating to sets, functions and relations. Next we have basic application of differential and integral calculus, that is chapter 8. So for this chapter, understand the basics of differentiation and integration. Understand how to compute the derivation of a function by the first principle and the derivative of the function by the application of formula and the higher order differentiation. Understand the concept of definite integrals of function and its application. And it was also suggested to prepare your own notes with formulas and examples also. Next we have part 2, logical reasoning. So the first chapter deals with questions on which series or letter in some order, coding and decoding. The second chapter deals with tests. The question consists of a sort of direction puzzle. A successive follow-up of direction is formulated and you are required to ascertain the final direction. The test is meant to judge the ability to trace and follow correctly and sense the direction correctly. And also there is another chapter as seating arrangements. So this is the process of making a group of people to sit as per a prefixed manner called seating arrangements. In these type of questions, some conditions are given on the basis of which you are required to arrange the objects either in a row or in a circular order. So it was suggested to practice as many questions as possible from these chapters. Then we have part C, statistics. So under this, first we have statistical description of data and sampling. That is chapter number 13. Understand about data collection technique, including the distinction of primary and secondary data. Know how to present data in textual and tabular format, including the technique of creating frequency distribution and working out cumulative frequency. Also learn concepts of sampling as well, because questions will be asked from this topic. Next we have measures of central tendency and dispersion, chapter number 14. Understand different measures of central tendency, that is arithmetic mean, median mode and geometric mean and harmonic mean, and computational techniques of these measures. Also learn comparative advantages and disadvantages of these measures. Next we have probability, that is chapter number 15. Understand the concept of probability, definition of probability, theorems of additions, conditional probability and expected probability, and also learn its application. Next we have theoretical distribution, chapter number 16. So understand the techniques of developing discrete and continuous probability distribution and its properties, limitations and application with examples of binomial distribution, Poisson distribution and normal distribution. Next we have correlation and regression, chapter 17. For this chapter, understand the meaning of bivariate data and techniques of presentation of bivariate distribution, the concept of correlation between two variables and quantitative measurement of correlation, including the interpretation of positive, negative and zero correlation, concept of regression and its application in estimation of a variable from a known set of data. Next we have index number, chapter number 18. For this chapter, understand the purpose of constructing index numbers and its important application in understanding rise or decline of production prices, etc. And you have to also go through the different methods and types of computing index number. Next we will see the chapter wise marks. So here we have the syllabus of quantitative aptitude. So first chapter 1, ratio, proportion, indices and logarithms. So expected number of questions from this chapter is 5 questions. Then chapter number 2, equation. From this chapter also 5 questions will be asked. Then chapter 3, linear inequalities. From this chapter 1 question will be asked. Then mathematics of finance, chapter 4. So almost 14 questions will be asked from this chapter. Then we have chapter number 5, basic concepts of permutation and combination. Approximately 4 questions will come from this chapter. Then chapter number 6, sequence and series, arithmetic and geometric progression. From this chapter 4 questions will be given. Next we have chapter 7, sets, relation and function, basics of limits and continuity function. 4 questions will be asked from this chapter. Then we have basics of differential and integral calculus, chapter number 8. 3 questions will come from this. Next we have logical reasoning. There are 4 chapters under this. That is chapter 9 to chapter 12. So from each of these chapters 5 questions will be asked. That is 5 questions from each chapter. Then we have chapter 13 and chapter 14. From here the statistic part starts. So chapter number 13, statistical representation of data sampling, And chapter 14, measures of central tendency and dispersion. So 20 questions will be asked from this chapter. So this is of the highest weightage. Then we have chapter 15, probability. 5 questions will be asked from this. Then chapter 16, theoretical distribution. From this also 5 questions will be asked. Then chapter number 17, correlation and regression. From this also 5 questions will be asked. And chapter 18, index number. From this also 5 questions will be asked. So please note this down and you can plan your studies accordingly. So here we can see the highest weightage is from statistics part. It is this chapter, chapter 14 and 13. So from these chapter 20 marks will come. And in mathematics part, it is this mathematics of finance. Almost 14 marks will be from this chapter. And then logical reasoning, totally we have 4 chapters. And from each of the chapter 5 marks. So logical reasoning totally is for 20 marks. So you can go through this chapter wise expected question and you can plan the studies accordingly. So that's it guys for today's summary on the ICAI BOS webinar for CA Foundation Quantitative Aptitude. I hope you found this insight useful and I hope it also will give you a clearer direction on how to approach your quantitative aptitude paper. So basically this webinar was conducted for May 2025 exam. But if you are preparing for September 2025 or later attempts also, you can still follow the points given in this video. Because the source from where to study, preparation, strategy, etc. will be more or less the same as we saw in this video. So don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more exam tips and study strategies. And hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update. All the best for your exams and I will see you all in the next video.